So that brings us to our second research project. This one is focused on the development of new AAC technologies to improve the literacy skills, specifically the decoding skills of individuals with complex communication needs. Literacy skills are absolutely essential to participation in today's society, in education, employment, healthcare, community living. And literacy skills are even more important for individuals who rely on AAC, for it is only through literacy that these individuals are able to communicate any message that they desire. So it's especially concerning to recognize that more than 90% of adults with complex communication needs enter adulthood without functional literacy skills. And one of the contributing factors is that current AAC technologies do not support the transition from using picture symbols to using literacy skills. Under our prior RERC on AAC, we developed new AAC technology to support the transition to literacy, specifically the acquisition of sight words. With this new technology, the individual selects a picture symbol from the AAC display, whether a visual scene display or a grid display, and the written text for the symbol appears dynamically on the screen using smooth animation to draw attention to the text. The word is then spoken out to support the individual's phonological processing of the written text, thus supporting literacy learning. So let's watch a short video showing the prior development of AAC technology to support sight word acquisition.
Eat. Shop.
We evaluated the transition to literacy sight word technology in a series of research studies. They involved a total of 56 children and adults with a wide range of disabilities, including autism spectrum disorder, cerebral palsy, Down syndrome, and other intellectual and developmental disabilities. And the results were incredibly positive. More than 89% of the participants demonstrated significant increases in their literacy skills as a result of using the T2L technology. And they required only minimal exposure to acquire the new sight words with the technology. And individuals who relied on AAC and their communication partners and families found the app very easy to use. But there are some limitations to the app. In its current design, it focuses only on the acquisition of sight word learning. And in order to develop functional literacy skills, individuals who rely on AAC must learn decoding skills as well. In other words, they must learn how to look at a word, recall the sounds for each of the letters, blend those sounds together to determine the word. And it is through decoding skills that they will be able to learn to read new words that they've never seen before. So under our current RERC, we are working on a new solution to support the transition to decoding skills as well as sight word skills. With the new decoding technology, the individual selects a picture symbol, the text appears dynamically, and the motion of that text drives visual attention to it. Each of the letters is then highlighted in turn, and that luminance drives visual attention to the individual letters in the context of the entire word. Each of the letter sounds is spoken slowly as the letter is highlighted, and that speech output supports the individual in translating the written text to the phonological code. So let's watch an example now of the new T2L decoding technology.
Cat.
We plan to evaluate the decoding technology in a series of single-case experimental design studies with a total of 48 individuals with complex communication needs who are non-literate. They will range in age from young children, preschoolers, to adults, and have a wide range of disabilities, including those with autism spectrum disorder, intellectual and developmental disabilities, cerebral palsy, etc. The independent variable in these studies is the new transition to literacy decoding technology, whether VSD or grid-based. And the dependent variables are the percent accuracy decoding words, specifically novel words that the individual has not seen before and that have not been taught, as well as the frequency of words communicated accurately using a text-only AAC display. We currently have 3 single-case studies in progress with adolescents, adults with Down syndrome, and this work is led by Christine Holyfield. The first of the projects is focused on the effects of the technology on decoding simple consonant, vowel, consonant words. The second of the studies focuses on learning to decode longer words that include vowel digraphs, in other words, combinations of vowels like OI make a unique sound. And the third of the studies is investigating the transfer from the decoding technology to encoding or spelling skills by individuals with complex communication needs. In-person research is currently restricted due to COVID. So all of these studies are being conducted remotely via Zoom. And that's actually had some exciting results, allowing us to open the study nationally to individuals across the country. We focused initially on adults and adolescents with Down syndrome since we felt that they might be better able to handle the Zoom environment. Data collection on these 3 studies is currently in progress. Preliminary results seem to be quite positive, with the initial participants demonstrating positive intervention effects of the technology, but you'll need to stay tuned for more complete results. Ultimately, we plan to deliver 2 new research-based AAC apps that will support the acquisition of decoding literacy skills, a grid-based app, as well as a VSD-based app or visual scene display app. And we will also deliver evidence-based protocols for intervention using the T2L decoding technology with different ages and different disability groups. And we're excited about the impact of this project on improving the literacy skills of children and adults who have developmental disabilities and complex communication needs and who are currently non-literate.